Okay, hello, welcome back again everybody. Drum lessons with Mr. Rickman. Today's lesson we are going to talk about 3 different types of drum beat. You may have met these before and you may not have. So I'll tell you what they are. We have the 4 beat, the 8 beat and the 16 beat, okay? 3 different flavours of drum beat. 4 beat goes like this. 8 beat goes, that's more cymbals, busier hi-hat there, and the 16 beat, number 3 here, goes. So let's just take a second to break those down. All 3 of these beats take 1 bar to play. They're all the same size. They're all 4 beats long. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The difference is what the cymbal is doing. If you're playing cross-handed, that will be your hi-hat. It'll be your right hand if you're right-handed. In the 4 beat, your right hand is only playing crotchets. T's. T, 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 T. So you only get 4 cymbals in a bar. That's why it's called the 4 beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. In the 8 beat, you get the same bass drums and snare drums. Bass drum at the bottom, snare drum in the middle. But the hi-hats change. So the hi-hats are not going T, T, T. They are going coffee, coffee, coffee. The hi-hat is playing quavers. If you're doing number 3, the 16 beat, that's where it gets a little bit more difficult if you haven't met this before. Because the cymbal is going to play semi-quavers. Coca-Cola, 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 Coca-Cola. Now, you can do that with just one hand. But it's a lot of work for one hand to do. So normally it is played right, left, right, left, right, left. Right, left, right, left. Single strokes. So let's make sure we're happy with the basic patterns and then we will do something cleverer with them. Job number 1, the 4 beat. If you have never met this before, it is the easiest thing in the world. You have a bass drum with a hi-hat, which is your right side. Which side's your right side? That side. This is my right side, that's your right side. So right hand plus right foot, that's a right side. Beat number 2 is both hands. That's a cymbal with a snare drum. Both hands. So if you're practicing on a drum kit or if you're practicing on your hands and knees or whatever, let's take a second and get used to that. Right side, then both hands. And then that's the same as the first one. That's the same as that one. It's just the same 2 beats again. So here comes that. Ready? There we go. If you need to go back and practice any of this, please do. Please don't move forward until you're happy with each individual bit. Job number 2, the 8 beat. We still have the bass and snare taking turns. But now the right hand is going to go not only with the drums, it's going to go in between them. So we have right side, cymbal by itself, ting. Both hands, cymbal by itself, ting. Right side, ting. Both hands, ting. The second half's the same as the first. Let's do a few of those. 1, 2, 3, go. Right side, ting. Both hands, ting. Right side, ting. Both hands, ting. Practice that until you are happy with it. And once you are, please move on to number 3, the 16 beat. Again, it's the same 2 beats in the first half and the second half. So if you want to just look at the first half, that's fine. We're going to do a total of 8 hits with the hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's where the snare drum comes. 6, 7, 8. That's a good way to get used to this if you've only just met it. So that's stage 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Always right, left, right, left. Never right, right. Always right, left, right, left. So without the bass drum in, you're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There you go. Then all you've got to do is put the bass drum on the 1, leave the snare drum on the 5, and then you have a 16 beat. It'll go like this. Tap along with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bass 2, 3, 4, snare 2, 3, 4. Bass 2, 3, 4, snare 2, 3, 4. Okay, once you've made friends with that, we'll move on to the next stage, which is we'll play them along to some music, nice and slow, and we'll hear how they feel different. Right, so what do I do? 2, 3, 4. Right side, both hands. Right side, both hands. Okay, number 2, the 8 beat. Ready? 1 and 2 and 1, 2, 3, 4. Right side ting, both hands ting. Right side ting, both hands ting. Number 3, the 16 beat. Bass 2, 3, 4, snare 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go. Okay, if you're happy with all 3 of those, at that speed, we'll move on to the next stage. If you're not ready, go back and do that a few more times until you are. Stage 2, stage 3, whichever stage we're up to. We're going to start with this one, and then we're going to switch into this one without stopping. I will tell you when. Once we're comfortable in this one, again we'll swap to this one, hopefully non-stop. Right, good luck everybody. First one. Here we go. Ready to change? 1, 2, 3. Number 2. Right, here comes number 3. Are we ready? 1, 2, 3, change. There we go. 4 beat, 8 beat, and 16 beat. And then switching between them non-stop. If you want to make more of that, you can switch any way you want. Go from 1 to 3 to 2, go from 3 to 1 to 2, go from 1 to 2 to 3 to 2 to 1, 1 to 3 to 2 to 3 to 1 to 2, anything you like. Hours of fun for the whole family right there. Now you may have noticed in my last batch of 16 beat, I stuck a little crash in the middle of it, just to make it a bit more exciting. Let's try that. Stage 3, stage 4, whichever stage we're up to. Same again, but whenever we change from one to the next, we'll stick a crash on the first beat with the first bass drum, just to make it a bit more interesting, okay? Right, here comes that. Here comes number one. Ready for number two? Don't forget to start with the crash. 1, 2, 3, change. Here comes number three. Here we go. There you have it. 4 beats, 8 beats, and 16 beats with a crash every time you switch. Right, stage 5. Let's just start from 5 now. Stage 5. We'll take the crash out. We'll leave everything else in. And we'll up the speed a little bit. So far we've been going at 60 beats per minute, so let's up that to 75 and try going through all 3 again, non-stop. Put the crashes in if you want, if you're ready to. I'm not going to. Right, da-dum and da-dum. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stage 6, let's go up a bit faster just because we can. We'll try 90. 1, 2, 3, 4. I suppose while we're here we'll do one more speed because that's easy. We'll go all the way up to 110. Don't worry if you can't keep up with this, but I may as well show you just for the sake of fun. 1, 2, 3, go! 'Cool, cool, cool. Go faster if you want, if that's the challenge you need. What else can we do? What else can we do with these drum beats? Millions of things, basically. I'll give you a couple of ideas and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Thing number one, where's my pen? Oh, where's my pen? I was doing so well. There it is. Thing number one, if you have met an 8-beat before, you're probably used to putting an extra bass drum or an extra snare drum in there. So let's choose a really easy one. We'll stick an extra bass drum on the 3rd beat. So now this 8-beat goes 1 bass drum, then 2. And I'll stick that in the 16 beat and the 4 beat as well. So halfway through beat number 3 is there. and halfway through beat number 3 is there. Now that's pretty easy if you can do the basic version. So is this. This one not so much, because you notice this bass drum I added, it doesn't come with a cymbal. It's just in the middle of the beat on its own. So the 8-beat version would go, whoops, try that again. The 16-beat version would go, and the 4-beat version, with the bass drum in the middle of nowhere on beat number 3, would go. Okay, so if you want to think of that as right side, both hands, right side, bass, both hands, right side, both hands, right side, bass, both hands. If any of those are tricky, stop the video, work on them a little bit until you're happy. But once you have put it in, you can mix them all together again. Let's take our speed down to a sensible 80 here. Okay. Again, I'll go through all 3. 1, 2, 3, go! Here comes number 2. Ready? Into number 3. That's cool. Now, if you're interested in this part of the lesson, I recommend you write out the basic 3 that I started with, and then try adding in your own extra bass drums somewhere else, or your own extra snare drums somewhere else. Very easy to add an extra snare drum in. Loads of things you can do with that. And then mix them together as 4 beats, 8 beats, and 16 beats. Anything else I can tell you about? Not really. That's a good little introduction to 4 beats, 8 beats, and 16 beats. And if any of that has been too easy for you, please try it at higher speeds. Please try adding in your own extras. Try sticking a fill in between everything. Let me give you a little listen to me fiddling about with this idea. I'll go around 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 a couple of times and try and stick in some extras. Give you a few ideas. Here we go. Number 1, here I go. 3. Hours of fun to be had there. Okay, so 4 beats, 8 beats, and 16 beats. My favourite thing about these is if you go to the bother of learning one drum beat, you can get extra music for your effort by just changing it into a 4 beat, changing it into a 16 beat, just changing what the cymbal's doing. Okay, so that's our lesson: 4 beats, 8 beats, and 16 beats. Stay safe, stay busy, and etc.